What's up, guys? Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522, and we got the back nine of my round from the short tees on the east side of Tyler coming up. Let's get to it. So, a little preface. I've been resting my shoulder, just letting my injury, heal that, re-aggravating it. So I haven't been playing that much, but the weather was just too good to resist, guys. I could not help myself, so I compromised and went to Tyler to play the short tees. One, short tees are easier, obviously, and two, a lot of the bests were moving to their longer positions in preparation for the end of year tournaments, and I don't normally play short tees, the long baskets, so these were just shots I have not thrown very often, especially after form changes. So I knew I was going to be a little more intentional in my game, thinking through the shot shape, like on hole 7. From long, I'm always throwing either a flippy putter or a reactor down the gut. But from the short tee pad, I had to throw a flex overstable forehand with a Terra to make that shot work. So just, being a little more intentional in my game, something I'm trying to do, just not rush my shots. So I thought it'd be good for both, taking it easy on my shoulder and my mental game. But without further ado, let's get to the back nine.
All right, kicking off the back nine. Hole 10's in the B pin off to the right there. Pretty much behind that tree on the right. You can't see about, it's like 30 feet short of that concrete pylon you see. I always throw backhand up the right side. But I'm feeling good on the forehand. So let's try the forehand. I'm gonna try and go forehand up the gut and push it hard right. Let's go make it a little bit of a flexi boy too. So I'm gonna go fireball. I haven't thrown this in a while. Let's see if I can find a good angle on it. So break left of that tree on the right and hopefully swoop in behind the double trees to the basket. Not enough angle. Had the idea though, had the line. All right, shorten to the right, maybe have a poke at it. All right, got a circle 2 look at it. Unfortunately, the step putt is offline because of all this. Could try for a throw in. Let's just try for a floaty putt because I got to go up over some branches to get there. Yeah! Good birdie. All right, bit of a delay. But we're back at it on hole 11 from the shorty. So the goal here is just be in the fairway. I know, novel, right? I always want to throw a forehand flexi boy just to kind of fade back. I usually throw a hyzer flip. The forehands are feeling good. The hyzer angles have been a little touchy, so let's go with the hyzer. Let's work it. So flippy photon. I'm trying to go kind of through that right side field goal. I am yanking the hyzer so hard to the right. All right. All right, not a terrible result, but before we get to business, I'm hiding one. So I feel like a lot of people spray shots over here on the right side, especially at the long tee. So even one here, back side of that tree, lightly camo. Have fun finding it. Now for this, I wish I could throw the fission reactor just right up the gut. But I do have a look at birdie on this. I forget if this place is a par 4 or 3. It's a heck of a par 3 if it is. I'm gonna go volt. Just kind of pump it right up this gut, hopefully. Some roots in the run up I need to take into account. This will be fun. A little nose up. Ooh, but I got cheeky. I might have a long look at it. Okay, I do not know what transpired. I might be able to see it on the video. We'll see. I must have hit that tree back there. I got a heck of a kick up. I'm pin high. I thought it was gonna be like 60 short and left. This is inside the circle. But I'm gonna be straddling though, I think. Yeah. Oh, that would have been great. Oh. All right, hole 12, we're in the C pin. So you just got the last hole's a par 3, so bogey, I'm okay with it. I got to work on my what's it called, the the angle of my pitch of my straddle putt. I used to throw like a really hard hyzer straddle putt, and I've gotten it flatter, which has gotten me more effortless distance, which is nice, you know, when putting from a goofy stance. But now I got to figure out the whole, you know, my lines and such for hitting it. So I'll get that dialed in. So this one's down way to the left. I'm going hard hyzer right through this little tight gap in front of me, and hopefully I'll skip into the green. All right. Oop, big flare skip. Let's see what happened. Yeah, so back on 11, you saw it off the tee. My hyzer lines, I'm missing the release point. I'm like blowing through it, late releasing, not getting the shot shape I want at all. Like, it feels powerful. Like, it's a shot I need to like mentally check. Like, okay, if you need it, you got it. But it's not like that hyzer flip I want. That one back on 12 felt a little bit better. I hit the line I wanted to. Hit it with a good amount of snap, good angle, and it was a really tight gap, like maybe 4 or 5 feet wide I was going through, because this fairway is just very wooded, and it is a hard turn left to get into this green. And even when you get in here, you'll see there's a lot of trees, which one of them caught me. So this one is a very kind of poke and hope par 3, I'm guessing, from the shorty. All right, I've been bit on this one way too many times. We are not messing around. Just putting this up and down, or up and into the side of the basket. Get out of here with the par. Whew, even then it tried to roll on me. Yeah, pretty sure this one used to play as a par 4 from both long and short. But then some trees on that inside came down. Because before you used to have to play straight down the fairway, basically to the A and B pin, and then play in. But now there is an alley or two that you could come in on hyzer and get in here. I have driven the green before. Feels good. So yeah, it is a tough par 3 though. Okay, hole 13, going to the 8 pin. Yeah, I feel good throwing the uplink and just letting it drift, but the angle of a turnover isn't the best. There are 2 massive guardian trees on this hole. So if you square one of them, they are so wide, my little Irish legs cannot get me around for a straddle putt or even a scuba attempt. So a forehand is optimal just for that hard finish. So I'm going to go photon and just play for that finish to the right. Hopefully give me a nice birdie. Cooked it a little bit too much. I should be pin high, but left. So walking up the fairway here. See, it's a real pretty. This is the nasty par 5, one of the signature holes. I gotta get better at stopping when I have concerns in my throw, because I saw that sniper branch right there just bending straight down. Because I wanted to throw that forehand higher to give it more time to work right on the finish. And instead I came down low on it. Pushed myself left. I should be in this left side rough here. But yeah, you see these 2 massive guardian trees with a basket right in between them. Real cool basket position for a shorty. All right, let's see what I gotta work with. All right, so the fairway does bowl in a little bit here, which is nice. Because I thought I was gonna be putting out of the rough. Instead I have this like 20 footer. Footing's a little goofy because of the slope. And he cans it. Okay, hole 14, going to the C pin. Threw away a real easy birdie at tags on Wednesday on this one. My play is entropy straight, really high, give it time to go left, and just work from there. And I did the exact same thing I did at League off the tee. I don't know how I keep pulling off the tree kick. Yeah, I really got to work on my release angles. I'm pulling to the right more than I want to. Pretty much where I was on the other side of the tree at League. Just got to beat this double bando now. Basket's off to the left once you go through it. I unfortunately went way right on my second shot on Wednesday. Line it up. Perfect. Yep. Much better. Paid attention to keeping it on the line. Just want to show off the old fence that guards this green. A lot of people skip shots in, get knocked down, have an awkward 20-foot straddle through the fence. I think I went through it actually today. And hole 15, Harvester of Sorrow. Aptly named, this hole can really beat you up. Long tee's 40 feet back, so imagine going through this wooden wall from that far. Mission is just get through this barrier, hopefully to the right a little bit, and then even then the upshot to see is ridiculous. So, all right, mission 1, through the wooden gap. Nope. Squared the wooden gap. And the water on this hole does play casual. It's still not fun to be down there. But I'm just going to try and push up this hallway with a pyro on Annie to hopefully get a pan. Maybe finish on the left side rough. I can probably punch up and down from there to save the par. Get some good footing. Oh, the kissy. And we're down on the right. Alright guys, I think we've reached the point where I should be playing smart. Because this stinks. So I'm down here. Let's see how encumbered I am. So I have a pitch out to the B pin, which again doesn't give me much into the green. Or I just throw a Hail Mary hammer and hope for the best. I think Hail Mary hammer might be the play, unfortunately. Alright, I think I'm pin high but right. Alright guys, don't know how much of this you're going to see. Okay. Ugh. Muddy. All right, there is a bit of a window. Oh, I am happy with that, guys. I don't know if you can really appreciate that, but there's like a 1 foot box I just put that through on a forehand. And this has been how not to play hole 15. That'll tire you out. Right, hole 16 Unforgiven from the shorty. And the basket is back in the C pin. So this will be fun. Haven't messed with it too much back there. It got all, like a tree came down, it got all overgrown, the club just reclaimed it. So, get to appreciate it. There's 2 openings out there. It used to be all, you had to go to the right and throw a right field goal. There is now a left way path too, so. Goal is just to smash this drive in bounds and then play the best option from there. So I'm kind of going at that funky tree on the right, just full tilt photon, and just be nice and smooth. This Shay, don't worry about your shoulder. Ooh, wind lift. Didn't quite flip it. Live it on the left or off. All right. Yeah, so like I said, I need to get better at stopping. As I was going for the walk up or starting it, I felt that breeze kick up from the right side. It's a tailwind coming off my right shoulder, so I knew throwing the disc nose down, trying to get it to flip and ride, that was going to actually stable it up, actually get under it and throw it left, which it did. I like to be more center on this, so I have 2 options. Now I got 1, probably. We're going to see what my lies, but yeah, I got to get better stopping and just, you know, realizing things have changed, be it like my grip isn't good or footing went bad or the wind, and adjust, because I just make my life way too harder just going with it. Okay, so the right gap might be an option for me, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know it that well because I've never really been over there. And it is, I don't like it's close to 6 to 14 C's basket, so I'm worried about putting too much hyzer on it and possibly bombing someone on somebody. I can't really see through the trees, so I'm going for the traditional line out to the right. I'm grabbing a little more, grab my flippy photon because of this wind. So this should stable it up a little bit. And hopefully I'm trying to push straight kind of in between the B pin and the wood line to give me a good angle at the basket. Through that. All right. Little inside, I think. I might be able to work on something. Okay, so you can see there, that's the new left gap. Decently spacious, actually is away from the C pin of 14, so not too much of a concern. You really gotta misfire to get that, to get over there. Yeah, I'll have to look at the green, see what the approach angles are like and work off it. But mine is tight. I'm gonna have to go high with a hyzer that drifts left. Yep, time to get with the finesse shots, boys. So I'm gonna go high hyzer, uplink, and just hope to let it drift left towards the basket. Ooh, caught some backside cabbage, but I was happy with that shot shape. All right, guys, I misjudged this one. Unfortunately, I did want to push deeper into the back. So I caught, actually, there's a lot more stuff up here than I remembered. I'm guessing because the bigger trees came down, opened the canopy. Trees are starting to grow out now. So, fortunately, I am back in here. This is an adventure to get to. Okay. So what do I have to look at? Oh, just behind the basket. All right, so as you can see, so this one, it's basically a V shape now coming here. The basket used to be over here under this down tree. So it's moved about 20 feet or so. So it's kind of the center of the two gaps. Both are viable, but the trick is both of them have really tight ceilings, so you gotta come in low. And I assume they're gonna have this all cleaned up for the Yetter and the GEAC. All right, hole 17, get the let loose again. There's OB to the right. I don't know if it's marked though, they just mowed the lawn. But I always, play it like it's there just because it's there for events. So just kind of put one out there. If you play to the right side, you can actually have a hyzer over the OB into the basket, which is kind of cool. But if you go left, it's okay. You just gotta, navigate some more trees to beat to get into the green. So we're going a nice Fission Photon, trying to hit it smooth and flat, and letting it do the work for me. Could have used a little more air, but down the middle. All right, so the C-pin's down in those natural mozzarella sticks. So there's two places here. You can either go low hyzer, but you gotta go high enough to not drop short into the OB, but you gotta go low enough to not get hit by those hanging out branches. Or you have the nice open left gap for a forehand. And ideally it's cool if you go backside around, you can just have a nice easy open putt. You just gotta get around the mozzarella sticks. So I'm gonna go easy upshot. I'm gonna go with the deflector. Just kind of at that, I see a broken tree, it's kind of my target point, and let my disc swing in. That should do it. So I just beat the mozzarella sticks. But, nice birdie. All right, hole 18, going for the C-pin. This one's a little tricky to film. Some people like to throw like a chip forehand up this left gap that's opened up since trees came down. I prefer the traditional line. I go up the gut and actually push towards the A and B pins because I think if you go over there, you have an easy hyzer into the green. There you have to go through a hallway with some guardians in the middle. So let's go nice reactor up the gut. Yep, right down the middle, guys. So I've left myself the hyzer line. Just gotta go nice and wide, let it crash. I'm gonna let the mom and daughter walk to the bathroom just in case I get some kind of crazy kick. All right, here we go. And we're up there. I love when guys are partaking near the baskets. All right. Alrighty. So that'll wrap up my fun little short round here on the east side of Tyler. Good time, shoulder feeling good. I'm gonna go home, stretch it out, do all the proper stuff. Yeah, didn't really feel much. Felt a little bit lower back actually on some of the forehands, so got to stretch that out too. But yeah, good times. Back to Shay.
And that'll be it for my round from the short tees on the east side of Tyler. Had a lot of fun out there that day. Weather was beautiful. Really enjoyed it. Shooting 4 under, pretty respectable. Strokes I left out there. A lot of learning experiences, like hole 16. I just had to get in there, really take a good look at that green. Just take note of the changes that have happened since the tree came down and the basket moved. So now I know I don't need to cut in so hard after I go through that field goal. I can push to the backside a little bit more. But there is that ceiling to take into account, so I might have to come in with something a little more stable on a harder low line, or even a fairway driver maybe instead of a mid-range. So yeah, I'll try those changes out next time. Maybe get that birdie. Hole 15 always kicks my butt. You know, it requires a perfect balance of skill and luck. Unfortunately, I didn't have that balance today. So taking a bogey isn't that bad, though. I've taken plenty of 6s and much worse on that hole. So getting out there with just a bogey, not terrible. But overall, yeah, just a good day, guys. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. And again, if you have any questions for me, reach out. I'll do my best to answer them. Take care. Thank you to my sponsors. For all your disc golf needs, check out Phoenix Discs and Foundation Disc Golf.